Hey guys, so tonight we're going to be playing some more of the Crew Motorfest. It's Monday night, and of course we got a new summit contest this week, which is called Aerial Circus. So, pretty certain that the theme this week is going to be hardcore about planes and flying, which is not normally my strong area in this game. Now, we'll see if I can make it work. I might lower the difficulty and stuff and just kind of do things on like 1 out of 5 or whatever, just to make sure we don't screw up. But yeah, not normally too good at flying, so we'll see. I don't know if I'm as excited about this week as some other weeks. Particularly last week we had a whole Koenigsegg theme, um, which obviously Koenigsegg is a hypercar brand, so it's kind of cool to have a whole week themed about that. Um, yeah, it was the Koenigsegg Motorfest selection last week. And I remember for some reason it wouldn't let me use the word Koenigsegg in my stream title. It just wasn't letting me do it. So for some reason, either PlayStation or YouTube doesn't like the word Koenigsegg. I have no idea why. But that's like the first time in the last like year that I've had to just not include the the summit contest title in the stream title. It was quite strange. Also, this main stage, or this month in Motorfest, has 5 weeks, and Aerial Circus is the last one. So we're going to be moving on to the next month, next week, or technically in 18 hours. But I won't be streaming this again until next Monday night. But yeah, we started off with, what does that say? Apex opening. So I don't really remember Apex opening. I'm thinking it was kind of like a racing sort of theme. Drift Harmony, I do remember it was all about drifting. 2 versus 4 was about bikes and cars. Koenigsegg Motorfest selection, all Koenigsegg. And now we have Aerial Circus, which I think is literally going to be all planes, maybe helicopters. So they just recently added helicopters to this game, and I actually do have one from a certain week, maybe last month. Not sure, but I see some helicopters in these thumbnails. Otherwise, a bunch of planes. And yeah, I'm also level 10 for the current Legend Pass, which I think is the highest level I've ever been. So I guess this is the most XP I've ever got in a certain month. It actually says I'm level 11, but the next reward isn't until level 20, which is the epic title of Track Freak. Anyways, yeah. Let me pull up the stream on my phone and stuff, and then we will see what's going on here. Not sure what this is. Is this the weekly bundle? We have the Dassault Aviation Alpha Jet and the Dassault Aviation Alpha Jet Red Bull Edition. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be the weekly bundle or not, but this is expensive. This is half off, but it's still 1.4 million just for 2 planes, which I don't think I'm gonna buy. Even though I like when things are 50% off. Normally the weekly bundles are only 20% off, so it's kind of a good deal. But I'm not a big plane guy. Yeah, that's not even the weekly bundle. This is just some separate bundle that they have. I guess those 2 planes together are 2.8 million, and they've just put it 50% off if you get the bundle. This would be the Summit bundle, which I already own 2 of these. So I don't have this Granville Brothers Aircraft GBR1. This is a weird looking plane. 1934. So I guess this plane normally costs $336,000, and it's down to $268,799. Is that 20% off? It seems like more than 20% actually, but I'm not sure. Don't feel like doing the math. I already own this Proto A500, which I think is still the only helicopter in this game, which they just recently added. And this Waco Aircraft Corp YMF 5D Super, which this is from 2018, but it certainly looks like an older plane, so I guess it's supposed to be kind of like a, you know, I don't know what you really call it with planes, but like when you have a new vehicle, it's meant to look like an older one. Okay, I'm guessing Waco Aircraft is a real brand. Proto is a fake brand made by Ivory Tower, which are just the developers from Ubisoft that made this game. And I guess this is a real brand too, Granville Brothers. Anyways, no need to buy that bundle, because I'd basically just be buying one extra plane, which, like I said, I not really much of a plane collector, even though it's quite cheap. I already own 2 of the vehicles in that bundle, so we've got enough to work with for the week. And yeah, there's not too much else going on here. So like I said, I'm gonna get the stream up on my phone, and then we will check out the custom show as well as the summit contest. And I kind of feel like doing some car racing tonight, but it's all gonna be plane stuff, so I don't know. I guess we'll see how long it takes me. If we get through it quickly, I might do some work on a playlist as well. Try to do some car racing. Otherwise, yeah, we'll just stick with the aerial circus tonight, and then hopefully next month we'll have kind of a harder car theme, and then we can kind of do some car stuff next week. We'll see. This current month, our main stage in Motorfest, I don't think has a kind of a Red Bull theme to it, but I'm not sure because they're kind of still using the Red Bull colors of like dark blue, dark yellow, and then red. Like they're definitely still using the Red Bull color theme, and I think it was just last main stage that was like a full Red Bull theme. Red Bull and KTM, I think. And it seems like they're kind of continuing the theme a bit, at least like the kind of the racing or the pro racing theme, with not just cars but other vehicles as well, bikes, planes, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're kind of still going on like the Red Bull thing. I'm not really sure, because none of these weeks this month were actually like Red Bull themed or anything. But obviously this background for the main stage is like that's the Red Bull color scheme. Kind of that like, you know, dark yellow, red, dark blue, a little bit of white. That's Red Bull's color theme for sure, so I don't know. Anyways, let's check out this custom show. It's probably just going to be any plane, which I don't think they've ever done like planes in the custom show before, ever. It's always cars, sometimes bikes. They've never done like planes or boats in the custom show, I think. Planes and boats are a lot bigger than cars, so it might look weird if the whole main stage room is just filled with a bunch of planes. That'll actually look kind of strange. We'll see. 100,000 compete timeline XP from last week. I usually just call it the red XP or the orange XP. So yeah, the color theme for all of these thumbnails is obviously like, you know, like Red Bull. It's just like yellow, red, and blue is just such a Red Bull color scheme. So I don't know. They have a different car for each of these thumbnails as well. For the custom show, like this one's got an F1 car, because I guess Apex opening was kind of at a, you know, an Alpha GP theme. Then we have that Drift BMW M5 for Drift Harmony. 2 versus 4, we have the Ferrari FXXK. Got a Koenigsegg Jesko for the Koenigsegg Motorfest selection. And for aerial circus, they have a Bugatti Bolide. So, not exactly a plane. I don't know. Why do they have a Bugatti Bolide on the thumbnail? Also, that platinum reward is a epic rooftop called the Bold Rooftop. So I'm assuming it's literally just like a model plane or something on top of your car. It's kind of a cool rooftop, actually. There are some that are pretty dumb, but that one's kind of not that bad, I guess. Depending how you design your car. Usually off-road cars, you can kind of get away with putting certain rooftops on them, and it kind of looks realistic. But a lot of the other rooftops I have are literally like a Christmas tree or something, which, like a fake-looking one, not a real-looking one. But I'm always down with rooftops on like my off-road cars and stuff. Sometimes they can look cool. Anyways, what is our theme? You don't have any vehicle that fits the constraint. Bugatti Bolide. Really? That's so weird. So literally just this custom show has nothing to do with planes, even though this whole week in game is a plane theme called Aerial Circus. The custom show is just Bugatti Bolides. Anyways, normally I would not buy a car just to get into a custom show. However, I have wanted the Bugatti Bolide for a while. It's been on my like wish list in this game. Which I don't think they actually have that. They should add like a wish list or something in this game. That'd be kind of cool to keep track of the cars I want. But yeah, the Bugatti Bolide is a car that I've wanted. I forgot that I didn't own it. It is one car that I wanted to buy for a while. The Bugatti Bolide is it's technically a hypercar, but it's a track-only hypercar, non-street legal. So in this game, they'll probably have it in the racing category. And yeah, it has the engine of a Chiron, I think, but the car itself is way lighter, and it's got some crazy stats. The Bugatti Bolide, I think, does exist in real life. It's not just a concept. But I'm not sure if the stats have been proven. I'm pretty sure they said this car was going to go to like 310 miles per hour top speed. Not even sure about the 0 to 60, probably like 2.2 seconds, maybe even quicker. Basically, even faster than the fastest version of the Chiron, the Super Sport 300 Plus. It's quicker, 0 to 60, and faster top speed. Plus, its handling is supposedly a lot better as it's a way lighter car. So, the Bugatti Bolide is supposed to be an absolute menace in real life. And I think they've had it in this game since this game dropped. They may have even added the Bolide like in the Crew 2. So it might have been in the Crew 2 when it was still a concept, and then they brought it to this game. I'm not sure. And I mean, yeah, this isn't on sale or anything. It's 2.2 million. Quite expensive. But, I have a lot of money right now. I can buy this and still have over $1 million. And this is a car in this game that I have wanted for a long time, so let's just do it, Let's just do it. This is kind of a random week. It's like a plane theme, but let's just buy a Bugatti. This is maybe the most expensive car I've ever bought in this game. I did buy the Chiron Super Sport 300 Plus. I also bought the Koenigsegg Jesko. I think they were both around 2 million, maybe more. But I think the Bugatti Bolide might be the most expensive car I've bought. The Super Sport 300 Plus might have been like 2.1. This is almost 2.3 million, which is still less than the cost of a normal Chiron in real life. In real life, a Bugatti Bolide, I think, is like, how much is it supposed to cost in real life? Probably like 10 million. I have no idea. It's not even a street legal car, it's a track only, but it is super dope. If I was a billionaire, I would definitely buy one of these and use it as my track car. So yeah, it's a racing car, 1,850 horsepower. Quite a bit more than a regular Bugatti. Also way lighter, less than 3,000 pounds. Most Bugattis I think are over 4,000 pounds, so this car is just absolutely mental. I think it's going to be a fun one to drive. Certainly a cool one to have in my collection. Let's do it. It ain't cheap though. Can choose the color. I should probably decide now. instead of paying to change the color later. I probably want to keep this car in blue, because blue is Bugatti's color, plus the rims. I won't be able to change the rim color unless I actually change the rims. But I want to keep the bolide official rims, I think, so I'm gonna have to go with blue. Unless they let you change the rim color, then I might switch it up. Because obviously this light blue is kind of the stock color for this car, which I like. I think this car does look best in blue, just for the record, but you know, I always like kind of switching cars up a little bit. I don't like keeping them bone stock, especially for a custom show. Like, it's literally just the normal bolide that you buy from the store. Let's see. Okay, they have alternate rims that just have a little bit of blue in the middle. But if you want these rims, you have to keep them blue. I was hoping that you'd have these rims, but like in every color that they offered the paint in. Because in real life, I'm sure you could do that with Bugatti. You're spending millions on a car, I'm sure they'd let you change the rim color. Okay, so if I wanted this car in like, I mean red also looks really good. I like the dark blue too, which looks really good. Even like yellow looks great, orange. Yeah, I don't know. This car looks pretty good in everything. In white, you can't really see the headlights because the headlights are like those white X shapes. Let's say I wanted this car in red, and then I switched. Yeah, so if you switch to these rims, it looks a lot better. The slight amount of blue in the middle is fine with any color. Oh, what the hell? The rims are red on the other side. So on this side, the middle of the rims are blue, and on this side, they're red. I don't know how I feel about that, about the rims being red on one side and blue on the other. But this car does have red and blue on it, because obviously the interior is blue. And we've got the blue on the, you know, the French flag there. I don't know. Oh, man, this car looks really good in red. This car does look really, really good in red. I don't know. Should I do blue? Or should I do red? I like these rims as well. And we could even do these rims on red if I keep the blue interior. Like, I could keep the blue interior and then just go with these blue rims on red. I don't know why the middle of the, my joystick's being weird. I'm getting... Why is it doing that? Oh, I guess it doesn't want you to let it stick it. It just automatically moves it back to face front. Okay. Anyways, that looks cool. The blue rims with the red in the middle. But on this side, there's still blue in the middle. I don't know why that's happening. So I guess it looks like that even if you have the blue paint as well. You're gonna have red on like the middle of these rims too. Also, these rims maybe don't look as good when the car is not blue. Like, these ones look better. But I kind of like the other rims just because they look, you know, more crazy or whatever. This car does look really good in red, but I think we're going to go with the normal rims and then do the car in blue. The car in blue. I think that's the best outcome. So yeah, weird how the rims are red in the middle on that side. I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, this looks good. This is a really good looking car. This is a great futuristic looking track only hypercar. Bugatti Bolide. Can't go wrong. Let's buy it. $2 million bucks. There we go. I now have a Bugatti Bolide in my collection. Alright, let's look at some customization here. So the colors of these visual parts, literally just the rims. It's fine. You can't even change the calipers, which you don't see unless you do the alternate rims. It's fine. Vanity. So I think just changing the vanity is enough to get in the custom shape. But, vanity do we want to do? Do we want to change these tires? Probably not. These, like rear rims actually, like they stick out a bit from the tire, which is really strange. This is kind of cool. Probably keep the normal, like just flat, like F1 tires that it has. Smokes. Could go with some sort of blue smoke. Maybe this one here. It's like a deep blue. Blue nitro as well. Maybe this one or this one. Probably match better with the smoke that I have there. I'll do that. Probably no underglow. I want to keep this car more realistic. Audio signature. I kind of want to listen to these. So I've unlocked another audio signature recently. Because I got a free one from, what do you call it? From the pass, from reaching level 10 or whatever, the legend pass. So I kind of want to listen to these. But how do you listen to it? Can you not sample these? Maybe overview? Why can't I listen to the audio signatures and actually like see what they sound like? That's so dumb. You can't sample these? I don't know. I have 2 audio signatures that are kind of like available on every car. But you can't even test them to see what they sound like. That's so dumb. That's so stupid. Only 2 rooftops available for this car and... Okay, this one works, this one does not. The top of the car goes through it. Also, these ones both look kind of stupid. This is a taxi one, and then this is like a police one. But it's like purple. And that's actually from the Crew 2, I think, some challenge or something I did. Same with this blue taxi one, or maybe I got that in this game, I don't know. Dashboard figures. What works with the Bugatti Bolide? Maybe this blue Chihuahua. There we go. Okay, not a lot of vanity, just smoke and nitro, which is fine. You only see that stuff when you're driving. Probably stay away from livery as well. So mostly we're keeping this car pretty stock. Wow, this community livery looks pretty sick. Looks quite extreme, but it is very cool. The way they've gone around the headlights like that with that blue trim looks very good, actually. Very good livery. I wish there was some more blue on the sides, because the sides are just black, but there's so much blue on top. This one's just black, which, yeah, I mean, that looks good too. Okay, same thing as that other blue one, but this one's like in gold. With red. Oh yeah, these look pretty sick, man. Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff here. This one's gold and blue. Got more of like a really yellow gold. This one's like an anime one. Even this doesn't look terrible, because they've kind of got it to like fit the shape of the car or whatever. This looks cool too. What the hell? It's like red at the front and then goes all the way to like yellow at the back. So it's like a gradient. Red, orange, yellow. Also looks sick. This is just a really good looking car, I think. This is the kind of car that like, no matter what color you make the paint, most of the time it's still going to look really good. Because it's just a really shapely car, you know? Anyways, I'm going to keep it mostly stock. We haven't changed that much with this car. Mostly it looks quite original, which is a good thing, because this car is just... Yeah, this car is just meant to be blue, I think. I mean, the other colors are cool. It would be cool if I could change the rims a little more. Mostly, I think just kind of the main look for this car with the blue. Main rims. Looks the best. Alright, let's throw this in the custom show. Register that. Probably won't get any votes, but you know, more XP just for participating. There we go. Look at all these bolides. Bugatti bolide. Yeah, pretty cool. So I'm wondering if maybe that you just can't do boats or planes in the custom show. I think they only do cars or maybe bikes because of the amount of space in the hub area. I think planes and boats would actually be too big, so they've just never done it before. And even for a plane-themed week, they were probably like, what are we going to do for the custom show? And they're like, let's just do the Bugatti Bolide. I mean, they got me to buy it, so good idea, I guess. Yeah, this is a car that I've wanted a while, so I didn't buy it just for the custom show, you know, it's just kind of convenient. It's like, you know what, we need it for the custom show this week, why not? I've always wanted the car. Let's just buy it, you know? Simple as that. Okay, looks like I'm level 13 now for the Legend Pass, so maybe we can get 7 more levels tonight. If I don't, I won't be able to get that epic title by next week. Because we got 18 hours left on this current month, main stage. Alright, well we're gonna get started with the Summit Contest for Aerial Circus. I'm assuming it's all gonna be planes. Maybe they'll have like 1 or 2 races that you can do in a car. Maybe like they want you to use the Bugatti Bolide, I don't know, I have no idea. I'm thinking it's gonna be all planes. Oh, this is unfortunate. I was really close to getting silver last week, but I dropped to bronze. Super close to silver. We got some XP. Yeah, I could've got a bunch of extra money. Okay, Aerial Circus. So of course this week for the Summit Contest, the Platinum reward is going to be an exclusive vehicle. The Extra Aerobatic Planes Extra 330 SC Red Bull Edition. Yeah, so they're definitely still doing the Red Bull theme this month. I guess maybe just not as hard as last month. But this is a special Red Bull Edition plane. For bronze, we're only getting spare parts, which I hate when they do that. Bunch of money in silver. And the Freedom Stars Nitro for gold, which looks pretty sick actually. I like that Nitro. Anyways, only one event that I can't do, Queen Bee, because I don't own the Granville Brothers GB. We have a plane speed trap, plane aerobatics, makes sense. I don't know why they had to specify plane only for this. Aerobatics is only done in a plane. I guess maybe you could do it in your helicopter and it would be easier, maybe? I don't know. And there's also an escape that you need to have the Granville Brothers GB for, so I can't do that either. So I can't do one of the feats and I can't do one of the races, but then we can do everything else. Barnstorming is in the Waco YMF 5D Super. Patrouille de Hawaii, that's something in French, which is a loaned jet. It says jet, vehicle owned. Do they have a separate category now for jets and planes? I think they've separated jets and planes now. Helicopter race. Proto A500, which I own. That's the helicopter in this game. Maximum altitude, which is in any helicopter. And Flying Bull is the loaned vehicle plane race, which is going to be in that Red Bull plane. So everybody gets to use the Red Bull plane in one race for free. Flying Bull. Okay, looks cool. We got cool stuff going on here. So somehow I've already been live for half an hour. I don't know how that happened. Did it take that long for me to buy a Bugatti? I don't know. It's already 6 a.m. It's quite light out. This game is pretty bright. There's a lot of light coming off my TV screen. So I'm just going to quickly turn off the lights. And it's going to be dark in here, but I should be well lit enough. Yeah, it's already getting light outside, so I'll just turn off the lights, and then we shall just sit back, relax, and get started. So, should be good. As for my Bugatti Bolide, we'll probably test that out next week if I can. Whenever they want me to do, like, you know, racing again, like in the racing category of vehicles, then we can use the Bolide. That's probably now my best racing car. Hopefully, it's faster than the Ferrari FXXK and the Lamborghini SCV12. It should be faster than all the other racing cars I have. It's the Bugatti racing car. Alright, let's do Flying Bull. We'll test out this Red Bull plane. I'm gonna try this on 2 out of 5 difficulty. If it seems too tough, I'll put it down, because like I said, not good at flying. But, you know, we'll try this. I can usually get by on most flying activities, so hopefully we can do well with this. Hopefully. Alright, here we go. Looks like early morning in Hawaii. This plane's pretty fast. I think this is faster than most planes. Makes sense if it's a Red Bull one. Red Bull makes F1 cars. Alright, so far so good. It's pretty chill. This plane turns pretty quickly as well, and these turns are all very nice and relaxed, so that's good. I don't like turning right, because I have to hold R2 to, you know, step on the gas, and I have to hold R1 to turn right. So I don't really like turning right. It's a little bit harder, actually. It's harder than turning left. Yeah, flying is a little bit weird, because I'm pressing R2 with my middle finger sometimes to press X with my thumb, and then press R1 with, like, my pointer finger. It's a little bit difficult, actually, to, like, coordinate what buttons I should be pressing. Yeah, it's a little bit tough. So far so good. There's a little bit of wind, actually, I guess because we're over the water. The wind is kind of really pushing my plane to one side. But it's not too bad. Nothing I can't handle, right? Okay, this is pretty chill for a plane race. I'm kind of happy with how this went. That was a very chill and relaxed race. It's a good test for this plane. Okay, literally 2 minutes, and that was a 3-minute race, so I beat it by almost a whole minute there. Yeah, look at that. 100,000 points on a plane race? Couldn't be me, right? I don't think I've ever scored that high on a plane race before. 100k. It's very rare that I score over 100k points on a singular event, and that was a plane race. Wow. Yeah, I surprised myself on that one. Okay, I guess my flying is flawless tonight. Hopefully that keeps up. I'm sure we'll have some more difficult plane races. Ones that require a lot more turning, maybe. Aerobatics, obviously, is where the checkpoints, your plane has to be a certain orientation, so you have to match the direction of how your plane should be angled when you're hitting the checkpoints. That can be tough. Anyways, maximum altitude is in a helicopter. Now, helicopters fly differently than planes. I'm pretty sure it's still just the one helicopter in this game, the A500 by Proto. which is not a real helicopter in real life. But it's pretty cool, and I think I bought this as part of a bundle last month or something. So let's go ahead and use the A500. I'm just going to upgrade it. Make sure I have my best helicopter parts, I guess. Only got a few because we've barely done any helicopter racing. It's a little bit better. 155 out of 220. Alright, we'll see how this goes. As far as I remember, helicopters are easier to fly than planes. So I don't seem to be going down. How do you go down? L2? Yeah. L2 is down, R2 is up. And I guess you just press forward to go full speed. And we have nitro as well, of course. Turn with L1 and R1, just like a plane. You can also steer normally, and it's actually much easier in a helicopter. Okay, so we do actually have to be matching orientation for these checkpoints. Also, you can't nitro downwards, you can only nitro up, which is weird. So I need to speed up a little bit. Yeah, you can only nitro when you're holding R2, but R2 brings you up, right? No, I'm not going up there. I don't know. I'm not really sure, to be honest. A little bit confusing. Oh, maybe it's just the joystick that's, oh, I can't go up enough. Can't go up. Yeah. Okay, you have to hold back on the joystick to point upwards. So yeah, I'm not high enough for this one. Come on, go, go, go. Go, go, go. Moving so slowly right now. Alright, yeah. Alright, we're getting used to it. It's a process. It's a learning process. Just keep going up. Just keep going. We got it. Why was that only nice? That should have been perfect. And they're making me go up really high here. This actually feels crazy. Okay, just keep going forward now. Am I above a volcano or something? There's a lot of smoke below me. Okay, that was only nice. It should be perfect. I'm kind of matching the orientation quite well on these. See, that one was also only nice, but it showed up as green. Green means perfect. So it's like it's switching up on me last second. Okay, we're going downhill now. This is the descent. The descent. We're like literally in the clouds. This volcano here goes up above the clouds. Guess that's how it is in Hawaii. That one was perfect, so when you're going straight, it's quite easy to get perfect. I feel like I'm slowing down way too much there when I kind of angle the helicopter to go upwards, but I like have to. I have to do that. It almost looks like there's a bit of a draft, like pushing me upwards, but there isn't, so it's not helping me move at all. The elevation on this is all on me. It's really weird. when you're going up and down, it doesn't feel like you're going like up or down like in a plane. It feels like you're kind of steering upwards or downwards. It's like when you're in a helicopter, your steering isn't 2D. It's like your steering is like 3D, if that makes sense. Maybe helicopter steering in this game could be a way to describe the fourth dimension. I don't know. Steering, which is normally left and right, it's normally a 2D concept. It feels like I'm steering in 3D, like I can steer in any circular motion. Which is just weird, because in normal planes you can go up and down. But going up and down in the helicopter is literally like I'm steering up or down. I'm steering in 4 directions. Super weird. Helicopters are just an oddity in this game, I guess. There we go. Yeah, that definitely should have been perfect. That was a flawless turn. This is a much longer race, too. I guess helicopter races are just really long. Oh, I was so close to hitting the ground there. Could have been bad. Don't hit the ground. So when you steer backwards, you go up very fast, but you also slow down a lot, so I don't know. I guess it's like a trade-off, though. You kind of have to do it. You don't want to miss any checkpoints. And this is a race, it's not aerobatics. In aerobatics, you can get away with missing a checkpoint or two. But for a race, I would have to turn around and go back and hit it. You gotta hit them all. What? Are you kidding me? That was a 6-minute race and I was off by 8 seconds. That's total bullcrap. That is absolute crap, bro. I'm not even retrying it. I'm not spending 6 minutes on that crap again. Are you kidding me? I thought that race was pretty chill, but that just ruins it all. That totally ruins the tone. The funny thing is, if I had my difficulty lower, the required time to pass wouldn't have been as high. It would have been lower, and I would have passed. That's so stupid. Honestly, that's so retarded that I'm actually just going to go lower the difficulty now for the other races, because I don't want that happening again. But I'm not even redoing that crap. That was a 6-minute race, and I was 8 seconds off. Are you kidding me? That is such crap. Such crap. Yeah, we're putting this down to 1 out of 5. I can't believe that. I'm way too chill right now to get, like, pissed off, but seriously, that's a dick move on the game. That is a dick move. Alright, so yeah, screw maximum altitude. We're moving on to helicopter race, which is another helicopter race that you need the Proto A500 for. And I'm pretty sure the Proto A500 is the only helicopter in the game, so I don't even know why they bothered trying to specify this one and not specify this one. Just seems silly. Yeah, I guess I didn't get any parts either. If we had passed that, I would have got parts. But because I failed it, I don't even get any free gear. So, we got nothing. Absolute waste of time. 6 minutes of my life I'll never get back. That's what that feels like. Alright, moving on. We're above the water again on this one, which is much nicer. The mountains were cool too, but I like the water scenery, especially in a helicopter. Flying low in a helicopter is quite cool. making me fly real low here. I'll just keep going. This is much more like the first race, which is definitely better than the second one, so I like this a lot better. I had a feeling I was gonna smash right into that. Thank God it broke. I guess they're supposed to be like balloons. If that had been like a solid object, that would have been bad. Yeah, some of these turns are getting a little more intense. Yeah, it's literally a balloon. My helicopter blades are just cutting through. Why did I go up so much there? I wasn't steering up, so I don't know. I think we're doing laps on this one. This is a lap race. A circuit. Normally plane races or aerial races are never like in a circuit like that. Is this the first ever circuit aerial race that I'm doing? We're doing laps in a helicopter. At least I'm pretty sure we are. Come on. I cut that one last time. It's like the balloons are regenerating, because I remember cutting that one before. There's our finish line. There's 2 laps, I guess. Pretty sure it was 2 laps. Yeah, I did way better on that one. Way easier helicopter race. Not that many points, though. Overall, I guess I'm way better at flying planes than flying helicopters. My eye's kind of itchy, I don't know why. Alright. That's it for that. Got another challenge done here for the main stage. With level 15, okay. I don't think we're gonna hit level 20 tonight. We do have 2 more events and 2 more feats, so you never know. It's a maybe. It is a possibility. Alright, Patrouille de Hawaii, which is a loaned jet. So I don't know if jet is just like a new category they just added, or if they've just like separated jets from planes. Because it's hard to imagine that out of all the planes in this game, none of them would be considered jets. And that they've just added a jet. We saw that there was a jet as part of that other bundle thing. They did the same thing with the helicopter when they first added the helicopter to this game. They have like a bundle where you can get the helicopter and like a special edition of it. So maybe this is the only jet in this game. This Dassault Aviation Alpha jet. Maybe jets are just brand new to this game, and you can get this bundle where you get the normal one and you get the Red Bull edition. I feel like I almost want to look at the catalog just to see. Let's look here. Vehicle catalog. Okay, can I sort this by like jets? How do you do like filters on this? Filters. Vehicle category. So yeah, we've got new categories since this game dropped. So Street Tier 1, Street Tier 2, Drift, Racing, Dragster, Hypercar. So like the street, main category in this game actually has 6 subcategories now. In the Crew 2 it was only 4. In the Crew 2 there was Street Racing, Drift, Drag Racing, and Hypercar. Racing was a part of the Pro Racing category, and it was just called Pro Racing, I think. And it was cars and bikes that are meant for like pro racing and not street stuff. Now racing is just part of like the car category, I guess. And then we have Alpha GP, which was also a part of pro racing. Motocross was a part of off-road in the Crew 2, which motocross is off-roading bikes. Rally Raid is like full hardcore off-road. Demolition is a very like, I don't know, is niche the right word? Very niche category in this game. I don't think you barely do any demolition racing. It was more of a main thing in the Crew 2, and it was a part of the freestyle category. Rally is like Rallycross. It was called Rallycross in the Crew 2, so I don't know why they called it just Rally in this game, considering we still have Rally Raid. But Rally is just like actual Rallycross, so kind of a mix of street or track and off-road usually. Monster trucks, can't go wrong with that. Powerboat, it's the only boating category in this game. I think there was only one category for boating in the Crew 2 as well. They had hovercraft, which were a different kind of boat. Also, you could drive hovercrafts on land too, which I don't even know if that exists in real life. It seems very crazy. Plane, helicopter, jet. So helicopter and jet are both brand new. So if I sort the whole catalog by just the helicopter, yeah, it's just the Proto A500, and they also have the Chase Squad edition of the same A500. Now if I sort it by jets, yeah, there's only one jet in the game. The Alpha Jet and the Alpha Jet Red Bull edition. So I think literally last month they just added helicopters to this game. There's only one helicopter, and now they've just added jets, and there's only one jet. So it's quite strange. If I sort this by planes, and we see all the planes now, are all of the planes kind of like this old school like stunt plane style? With the turbine, like the propeller at the front? Or are there going to be some planes here that could be considered jets? I'm not a big plane guy, I'm more of a car guy, so I don't really know how to break down classification of planes, but I feel like if there's some planes here that look like jets, I'd be able to say, like, that should be a jet, Let's see. Are any of these jets, or are they all planes? Okay, so far every single one of these has a propeller at the front, which is basically how I'm going to classify if it's a plane or a jet. Yeah, literally all of these have a propeller at the front. Which is that truly the only classification between a plane and a jet? Because in real life, like passenger planes, no one calls them jets, everyone calls them planes, but technically they are jets, right? Or maybe not. I don't know. I'm not really sure. But as it turns out, not only are there less planes in the game than I thought, but every single one of them has a propeller at the front. So this new jet that they've added is now the only plane in the game that doesn't have a propeller. The Alpha Jet. Very strange. Alright, well I guess the aerial or aviation category in Motorfest is ever expanding. We're getting all sorts of new flying vehicles, helicopters, jets. Maybe we'll have like blimps or something soon too. Hot air balloons. I mean, technically there is racing with like any sort of flying vehicle, right? There's more types of flying vehicles than there are land vehicles, probably. I don't know. They could do more land vehicles too. Maybe we'll eventually have like tank racing or something in this game. That'd be pretty sick, actually. Alright, Petrol de Hawaii. So this is another loaned vehicle race, which it's very rare that they have two races in 1 week that are both loaned vehicle. I think it's happened before, but it's rare. So obviously they want to loan the Platinum Reward vehicle for this week, but they also want to loan this new jet, which most people don't own. It's the only jet in the game, and they're trying to bring awareness to it. So we're going to be using this Red Bull Edition Alpha Jet by Dassault Aviation, 1977. Quite an old vehicle, but it's a lot newer than most of the planes, I guess, in this game, which are all from like the 30s and 40s. Is that like a thing in real life? Like, do most modern racing planes, like, are they actually just like planes from like the early 1900s? Or at least based on planes from that era? I don't know. So I guess 1977 for a plane or a jet is actually quite new then. Where, you know, with cars, this would be almost this is almost 50 years old. So a car from 1977 is considered a very old car. It's considered a classic. It's pre-retro. It's very old. Anyways, let's go ahead and use this 1977 Alpha Jet. We'll see how it flies differently from a plane. So I'm assuming its handling will be different. It's a different category vehicle. Oh yeah, from the back it certainly looks a lot different. Way faster too, wow. Way faster than the planes. Oh my god, bro. We need to retry. Oh my god, it's too fast. I can't get a grip on it. It's so fast. I don't know if this is maxed out or if this is like stock. The jets are very fast. Wow. Okay, we're gonna do L1, R1 turning because, yeah, I don't want to be doing barrel rolls here. Oh, it's so fast, bro. It's so fast. Oh my god, I can't even use nitro here because I gotta keep plane turning at all times. I can't get straight. I can't turn enough of that. Come on. Oh, that counted. I'm not gonna get this one though. Come on, get back there. Get back. I'm gonna miss a checkpoint. Bro, this is too difficult. This is honestly too hard. I like just can't use nitro. I'm just gonna have to try to do this like as slow as I can. Because I can't turn the jet fast enough to hit all these checkpoints. And this is a race, so I have to hit all of them. I can't skip any. We're just going to avoid nitro, because honestly it's just too fast. It is too fast. I need to start like pre-turning to make sure I can get all these at the right angle. Like this one is tough as hell. Like what is this, bro? Like how am I supposed to do? I can't turn the plane that fast. I can't handle this thing well enough to do this. I might not be able to do this race. I might have to give up on it. I literally just can't get the checkpoints. I love how fast this thing is, and it's a really cool idea, but honestly, like, when it's moving this fast, it is already so difficult for me to handle how planes turn in this game. When it's going at this speed, it is absolutely, like, the hardest thing ever. Okay, we know we're going up, so I'm gonna try to, like, do it like that, and, like, I don't even know. I already give up. This is too difficult. This is too difficult. Jet racing is not for me, man. That is way too hard. Alright, let's try barnstorming. We're gonna be back on a normal plane for this race. So this is the Waco Aircraft Corp YMF 5D Super, which this is one of the few planes that I do own in this game. Like I have my own, so I'll actually be able to upgrade it. We can take a look at my plane parts and see what we want to do here. Should I customize this as well? It's just white. I like the wood propeller, it looks kind of cool. It's definitely meant to look like a way older plane, even though this is 2018. Obviously new planes don't look like this. It's meant to look like an older one. There's not much customization. We can change the color. I kind of like the white, but the red also looks good. There are a lot of red planes though, so maybe I'll just keep it in white, you know? White plane, wooden propeller. Could do a livery. Oh, there's only 2 exclusive liveries offered for this. I guess this is for all planes, there's only 2 of them. Cars have like 100 different exclusive liveries. These are kind of cool. Regeneracy. This one's cool too. I kind of like this, but like, you know, if this is for all planes, is it kind of like generic to put this on? I don't know. It looks cool though, like I like it with the wood propeller, like it works, you know? Okay. Got some cool community liveries here. This one's meant to make it look like an older like warplane. This one's meant to make it look like an older like German warplane. Like the Red Baron or whatever it's called. The Red Duke or something, I don't remember. Also, this is one thing that I've always wondered. This symbol that we always see on like modern renditions of stuff from ancient Germany, it's always like this cross. So this black cross like outlined in white, and it kind of like widens at each end. Did the Germans ever actually use that symbol in the 40s? Or is this symbol just like a modern thing to just say that, okay, there was a swastika there, but obviously if they put swastikas on this, they would have, Ubisoft probably would have deleted the livery from the store. So, I don't know, I need to like look this up. This is just something I've always wondered, actually, I never figured out. Did this symbol actually ever exist? Or is it just a modern thing to just replace the swastika? I have no idea. Okay, I've seen this symbol on a lot of older planes too, just like the bullseye. I don't really know what it signifies. Again, with the German symbols. This one looks cool too, Sonic. That's pretty neat. There's some cool like plane liveries in this game. Even this one looks cool. It's really crazy, but you know. Oh, this one's cool too, bro. Like the Mario bullet thing. More of the German design. Yeah, there's some cool plane liveries here. It's pretty neat. I like this one a lot. Definitely looks like a racing plane. Just kind of like the fire there on the front looks cool. This as well. I always like planes that look like this. They have like this kind of this war livery, so it's like camo, but then like the front of it looks like a face, like a mouth. SMO 74 USA. Looks pretty sick. I think I actually do already kind of have like a war plane in this game. I don't know if it has like the face at the front, but I think I do have a plane that actually came in like a camo livery, I think. This one does look sick though, so maybe I'll get that eventually. For now, I'll probably keep this thing in just like white. But yeah, a lot of this stuff is really cool. There are some really cool plane liveries here. And these are all part of the community, so other people have designed these and uploaded it. And anyone can buy these liveries for just like 3,000 in-game bucks. It's pretty cool. Some neat stuff. Toro, I like that one as well. Alright, we're gonna keep it white for now. As for upgrades, okay, got quite a few plane upgrades. I can really bring this thing up to almost 670, which is max for planes. It's maxed out. Okay, 655, so that's almost maxed. Probably still gonna feel way slower than that jet, but we'll see. Hopefully I can handle this one properly and we can get at least 3 events done this week. Alright, we're above the water again. Both of the other water races went well. Hopefully that continues. So this is slower than the jet, but it still feels like way faster than the other plane I was using earlier, or the helicopter, of course. Way faster than the helicopter. Probably because this thing is maxed out, so I've got a lot of upgrades on this. It's quite a fast plane. The handling is also like better. Like this handles way better than the jet. The jet was not turning this fast. This plane is really good at the L1, R1 turning. It's just the straight turning. I know you're able to turn faster if you like orient the plane and stuff, but it's very difficult for me to control. It's just not what I'm good at. I'm good at the more simple turning. You know, by turning the rudder or whatever. I'm not really sure how it's explained. Don't know much about planes at all, in game or in real life. Definitely more of a car guy. I like how this plane flies though, I'll say that. This thing flies well. Flies true. So I'm just using my middle finger on R2 because I need my pointer finger for R1. A little bit uncomfortable to hold the controller this way, but you know, it's gotta be done. Gotta be done. I got more left turns here, which is better. Definitely prefer turning left. Longer race too. This is a longer plane race, but it's super chill. Like, I kind of like this kind of plane racing where it's just like, it's pretty basic, you know, nothing crazy. No matching orient, no going up and down. It's just like a normal car race, you know, just going left or right, staying straight, and just keeping your plane in the air. I definitely prefer this. It's more simple, but it's more effective, if that makes sense. It actually feels like I'm racing and trying to go as fast as I can, rather than you're just trying to keep my plane up and not crash and die or miss checkpoints. It actually feels like a race, not just attempting to control a plane. Okay, beat that one by almost 2 minutes. Almost a 2-minute pass there. Yeah, way better. 100,000 points. Way better. Okay, I guess in terms of the simple flying, I'm actually quite good at it because I'm getting really high scores on this, and that's compared to other people's scores for the summit contest. But for the really crazy stuff, I guess I'm nowhere near as good. So I'm much better at the more simple flying. Keep it simple, you know? Alright, well that's all 3 of the events that I could do. So 100,000 on Flying Bull and Barnstorming. Only 18,000 on the helicopter one, just a pass. And that was another kind of like low flying race, so I'm just better in a plane than I am in a helicopter. This helicopter race, what was the problem with this one? Oh yeah, this is the one that I spent 6 minutes on. It actually was fine, but then I was off by 8 seconds at the end, which was so dumb. This one, I couldn't even get the jet to go through the checkpoints. Just couldn't even handle it properly, so. And then we have Queen Bee, which I can't do because I don't own the specific plane needed, which that's fine. We're not going for any crazy scores tonight, just kinda doing what we can, you know? I've already been live for an hour, so let's go ahead and do these 2 feats that I can do. And then, yeah, we'll end the stream there. And we will continue with Motorfest next week, and hopefully I'll be able to use that Bugatti Bolide I just bought for the custom show. This is going to be a speed trap. So I get to choose which plane I want. Are all the rest of these stock? This Supermarine Spitfire Mk9 is obviously upgraded. So let me put all of my planes to stock, and then I'll put all the best upgrades in the best one. And we'll use that for the speed trap. Because for this we just want the fastest plane. Just the fastest plane. So we'll get this Spitfire to stock, which is 383. So here's the military plane I was talking about, my Grumman F8F Bearcat, which I'm assuming this is stock at 358. And we also have this Zivco Edge 540 V3 at 355 is also stock. Okay, so I have 4 planes, no, 5 planes. Also have the Northrop Grumman F4U Corsair. Another kind of military looking plane, and this is 386 stock. So this one I just upgraded to 655, but stock I think it was much slower. Yeah, 297. So stock, this is the slowest plane that I have. Now I'm not sure exactly how the upgrades are going to work with the stock performance of the planes, but usually the simple way to do this is to put the upgrades in the plane that has the best stock performance, which would be this Corsair, the F4U Corsair at 386. Slightly better than the Spitfire, so I have the Spitfire favorited. I'm not going to be able to change that here, which is stupid, but I guess I could favorite this later when we're in the collection or whatever, because this is my fastest plane. So I should have this for default aviation stuff. Anyways, let's upgrade this to 670, or as close as we can get to 670. Which is, of course, max out for planes. Yeah, we can get close. Fuselage, rudder, throttles. Yeah, those are all parts that you don't have on a car. Okay, literally 669 out of 670. There's only one part I have that is 667. The gearbox. Where's my 670 gearbox? We're so close to having a maxed out plane. As for customization on this one, I think I'll keep the dark blue. The dark blue looks really good. With the yellow front there, the yellow nose. Call it the nose of the plane, right? Oh, there's more exclusive liveries that are actually available on this one. There were only 2 that were available on the other plane. What about the top 100 here? Oh, that's cool. I got the face at the front. This one has a lot of downloads. It is super clean. They changed the yellow at the front. I don't like how they did that. I guess they wanted it to match the yellow on the propeller. It's not as good of a yellow in my opinion. It's more bright. But it's oh no, not even. Yeah, the yellow on this one is actually bad. This livery, like the design of it looks great, except for the yellow color they chose. It's a very like flat yellow, like piss yellow. It looks bad. This yellow for the exclusive one is the same yellow that's on the propeller, so at least they made it match. Because yeah, this yellow here is quite ugly. This is just weed leaves. bright green. It's more of a camo green with, again, with a German symbol to make it look like a warplane. We got a Red Bull one here. This Red Bull livery looks quite cool. Got black, pink, another war one, Ghost Recon. That's kind of cool, actually. Especially since Ghost Recon is another franchise owned by Ubisoft, so I guess it has a connection to Motorfest or the crew. The crew and Ghost Recon are connected through Ubisoft. Oh, this one looks cool too. Another face one that actually looks even better. A better yellow. Yeah, it looks quite sick. There's some cool stuff here. For now, I'm going to keep this plane stock as well, but yeah, there's definitely some cool community liveries here. Cool stuff. Alright, this thing is basically maxed. Ooh, we're starting on the runway too, so this speed trap is on the ground. Does that mean you're not supposed to fly? You have to fly in a plane, right? Are you able to just keep a plane on the ground without taking off? I don't think you're able to do that. I mean, we can try. Just hit the nitro. Yeah, you have to take off. How does that even work? Bro. Okay, so the speed trap is on the ground, which means you can't take off, but the plane automatically takes off as soon as you hit nitrous. Okay, we're gonna go backwards first here. This is so weird. We're doing a speed trap in a plane. This is unheard of. Okay. I'm gonna hit the nitro like right before we're about to do it basically, and just try to like keep the plane down. Yeah, just like hitting the ground. There we go, that counts. 193. I got 99,000 points. I had to slow down there because I had to slam my plane into the ground. I literally just had to steer it down so it hit the ground. But it worked. I got almost 100k points on that, so, I mean, can't go wrong, eh? A plane speed drop. Just try your best to keep your plane on the ground. Just steer it downwards. That's so funny. I'm actually in silver right now, too. How am I in silver, bro? I'm so bad at this. Oh my god. Alright, next up is aerobatics. Usually more difficult, but we'll try to make this work, too. This is where we're going to have all those checkpoints where you have to match the orientation. Now, since this is an aerobatics feat and not a race, we're actually able to skip a checkpoint or two if I need to. Like if I'm going to miss it, just miss it. Don't turn around. You're just going to end up doing worse because you're going slower. So I'll try to hit every checkpoint. If I have to miss one, that's okay. I can maybe miss two if I'm doing really well. I think missing 3 or more checkpoints, you're just done. You haven't hit enough to get enough points to pass. But yeah, let's try this. We're gonna use the same plane. Did I get any better parts? No, I did not. That's fine. All right, we'll keep it at 669. My F4U Corsair. Here we go. Aerobatics. Which aerobatics was its own category in the Crew 2, like its own race category. They just had like air race and then aerobatics. In this game you just have plane racing and then you have aerobatics feats. Which, you know, isn't like an actual race, it's more of a challenge. So how did that go so bad? I steered so much there to match the checkpoint, but then the wind like steered my plane even more, so I didn't even need to steer there, it seemed like. Okay, you get way more points if you match perfect orientation. I'll try my best on that. Okay. This one's gonna be hard as hell to hit, let's try it. Come on. Yeah, we got it. There we go. See? We got this. Aerobatics is better than doing this sort of thing in an actual race, I guess. Where you have to match the orientation of the checkpoints. I'm gonna miss that one. Yeah, that was a miss. Alright, we're fine. We're gonna get the other ones. This one's in a weird spot. Looks like a Minecraft beacon or something. When you put like a bunch of beacons together. I feel like every kid in Minecraft has like a creative world where you have like a tower that has a bunch of beacons on it. Alright, last checkpoint. Okay, that's it. 87,000 for the true score. That is also quite good. Much better than I was expecting, considering I missed a checkpoint. Alright, well that's it for tonight. We've done all that I can tonight for this summit contest. Now, the interesting thing is here, I technically only did 5 out of 9 contest events, so I've missed 4 of them. But I'm in the top 32k, and there are only 16 hours left in the summit contest until the new month will be starting. The new main stage will be starting in 16 hours. So usually if I'm in like the upper like silver range, like the high 30Ks, I'm usually going to drop to bronze within the next, less than 24 hours. But considering I'm in the top 32K, I think I will still be in silver when this week ends. So hopefully next week when I stream this again, we're going to be grabbing the silver rewards as well. Because yeah, I think we're going to stay in silver. There's no way I'm going to drop over 8,000 positions in 16 hours, right? That just never happens. If I'm in the top 35K, like I'm always still going to be in silver by the time it ends. So yeah, I think we bagged silver this week for an aerial circus main stage or summit contest. Like I'm pretty bad at flying, but we bagged silver, so honestly, I think when it comes to flying, I'm much better at the more like simple stuff, just kind of like the classic plane racing. Just a classic plane race, like an air race, or aerobatics as a feat. Kind of like a quick, like your stunt flying, just like what we just did. The speed trap was fine too, that's just kind of a new thing. Helicopter racing is a lot more difficult, not as good at the helicopter. Same with the jet. The jet is just not even doable, I just couldn't even hit the checkpoints. Helicopter, I can make it work, it's just, I'm a lot worse at the helicopter than the plane. I guess it's more difficult to operate a helicopter. It's easier to steer a helicopter, but it's harder to like bring it up and down, which is just really weird. In a plane, it's actually quite easy to just go up or go down. So yeah, I guess that's it. Not bad. Aerial Circus really did have a lot of ups and downs this week. I guess it was a roller coaster of emotions. A lot of bad, a lot of good. Overall, pretty fun summit contest. Even though I kind of hate flying, it wasn't that bad. This game does a good job of kind of making anything fun, no matter how bad you are at it or how much you hate it or dislike it compared to whatever your true preference is. For me, it's definitely cars. Overall, they make this game fun anyways, even if you're not using cars. Boats, planes, bikes, whatever it is, they make it fun. And that is why I like this game so much. So, yeah. That's it for tonight. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream on the Crew Motorfest. And I'll see you guys all next time. Goodbye.